Hey y'all, I'm back. So it's time to empty the giveaway Christmas tree, and it's raining. I tell y'all what, if it's not 100 degrees, it's raining. But anyway, we um, are gonna empty this little fella. I'm gonna move my mud over a little bit, and I hope y'all doing good today, everybody. So I had the base cover here, and wanted to make sure that everything was safe and secure, like I mentioned critters. And y'all, in the last video, I'm so sorry about all the noise. It's really what it is. We just had a lot of things going on that day, and the noise from the lawn being mowed next door was really, we should have redid the video, but we're rolling with it because time. So we got to get it done. But anyway, guys, what we do with the molds when they're ready to empty is we just unstrap them, which is what I'm doing now with the base. And we are going to set our strap aside and kind of go around the edge and just make sure that there's nothing around the top right here that could hinder me from removing the base from the mold. Any mud that would just hang on to it and cause it to maybe tear or not come out freely. And let me move back just a little bit so y'all can see me better. Sorry about that, folks. Let's see. Yeah, okay. And let's see about opening this little guy up. I'll set it over here, nice and safe. Okay, and the way to remove, what this did is, this is the base of the tree, of the UGA tree, the giveaway tree. And as y'all can see, when you take it out of the mold, it's just going to have the ring around it where it's the excess mud. You always want to pour it over a little bit, you know, so you'll have plenty of room to work with and make sure you have even lines and that kind of thing. So what we do now, and as you can see here, there is a line around the base where the two parts of the mold meet. So that's a point that I'd like to mention too. If you are pouring ceramic molds, try your best to not stop and start your mud, because each time you do, you're going to have a pour line, which means you're going to have more work to do in your cleanup phase, which is not always the easiest phase. So you have to work smarter, not harder, guys. So I'm just going to take a cleaning tool with the pointed end there, what I call the arrow end, and I am going to just start on the side here, and I'm going to go around and remove this excess from the base. And this base is just, I won't say perfect as far as the consistency of it, but I'm able to handle it, and it's it just dried real well, where I'm not having any problems with any breakage or having to be super careful. It's just doing really good. I hadn't had any issues at all. And anytime you have like a little nick or place, you can just kind of rub it out. Clay is very forgiving, or slip, you know, whatever you want to call it. And then you just keep going. Okay, and you just want to remove it. And right there I have just a little place on the side. You got your ring there. And I'm going to put this in my reclaim bucket. Try to reclaim your slip if you're doing ceramics. Try to, you know, save everything you can. And you just want to remove that very gently. You don't want any marks or anything to disfigure your piece, because you want your finished product to be beautiful. And so we're going to go around and just kind of fine tune it a little bit with our cleaning tool. There we go. And then if you'll notice right here, there's just still a little excess, and I'm just going to try to get down here even with the base. And then you don't have to be extremely specific at this point unless you want to, because during your cleaning stage, you can file that down and it'll just come right off. And there's just not that much to worry you in the first place, if that's for lack of a better word. And right here, what I'm going to do, let me go back and show you. Sometimes we can be our own worst enemy. And then I'm just going to flip out that the chips or whatever. The cleaning tool just made a little mark there, so I'm just going to rub that out too. And of course, when we go through the cleaning part, we'll file all that down. It'd be nice and pretty. I'll show y'all that in my next video. But I'm excited. I hope whoever wins just enjoys this, and it just becomes a family heirloom and something you can pass on. Anyone that's ever purchased a tree from us, I always hear back from them year after year sometimes, and they'll send me a card and just let me know how much they're enjoying it and how much their families enjoyed it. And as you might guess, I have got a lot of orders from people who have ordered the tree from people, you know, their friends and family. They're like, oh, I gotta have one. I know one sweet lady in Tallahassee ordered 7. I said, bless her heart, she gave them out as gifts for Christmas, and I thought that was so cool. I said, now that's a lot of UGA fans in that family. I don't care who you are. But that's how it is. We like who we like. Okay, guys, next step. Right here in the center of this, there is a little indication. And what that is that's where we're going to run our light kit. So I'm going to use my cleaning tool, and I'm just going to open that up. And what that'll do is allow me to run my wiring through there. Now, if there are any other ceramists out there who do it a different way, that's fine. Everybody has sorry guys, I'm back. Technical difficulties. My cameraman's off today. Okay, so what I was saying is that everybody has their own way of doing things. And because I am temporarily set up, because my storm was basically destroyed, because my shop was basically destroyed because of the storm, I'm just rolling with it. And I've done this since 1998, and my techniques have never failed to produce a beautiful tree or piece, and I'm just going to roll with it, guys. So, yeah. What do the young people say nowadays? It is what it is. So, there's our base getting ready to go to the cleaning process, and we have our hole on top and our hole in the back to run the cord through for the light kit. And then you just want to go in here and get rid of anything that's not a flat surface, any of your bits and bobs. So that's all done, and I'm very satisfied with it. Everything lines up, looks great. And what I'm going to do in here now is I'm going to number this. I'm going to put our logo in here. And I'll show that to you. Just right here on the side. So if you get one of our pieces, they are numbered and labeled there. And I'm going to put 2023 on here, so we'll know when we poured this mold. Alrighty. And then in the cleaning process, I'll refine this as well. Our the way we sign it is I put Rose CC, Rose City Ceramics, a smiley face, and number 1, 2023. So this tree is number 1 this year for our Christmas season, and is getting ready to go to the It's forever home, and I'm very excited. And later on, after our Christmas tree giveaway, I'm going to be introducing a new tree. First time we've done it in the shop, and I'm designing it now. I'm excited about it. I think you guys will love it. And it's been something that's been requested quite a bit from individuals and customers. And because people have asked me so often, I said, you know, this is something that I need to see if I can produce out here that's cost effective and also, you know, really pretty and desirable. It's something that when I make anything out here, that's always, you know, something I definitely want to do is make sure that it's very quality. It's something that's quality and loved. Okay, y'all. So, time to take off the strap. And here is our Christmas tree 2023. And what I'm going to do is, like I did with the base, I'm going to remove some of my excess because we don't want any cracks in the tree. So you just go around with your cleaning tool and very gently loosen it, loosen that excess. It looks great. And I'm going to lift this up to reveal our tree. I was hoping it would be right side up so y'all can see the, you know, little insert, but it doesn't matter. And then right here, I'm just going to remove the excess. And I couldn't be more pleased with the, this mud being just perfect as far as being ready to work on and remove from the mold. And I had a little bit of runoff there and some there, and that happens. It's just par for the course. And that could be that my strap was not tight enough or any number of things, but it's just never an issue. My main objective is to not waste the slip. Like I had mentioned before, I was really shocked and surprised, but not really, because God's so good to us. But for my friend Brenda to drive down here over 3 hours to bring not only my supplies to me, but also to Vicki Ceramics in Newport Richey. Vicki drove up to the shop to get her supplies, and to Debbie Crump out in Metcalf at Imagination Unlimited. So we're all very grateful to you, Miss Brenda. Brenda's Place Ceramics in Forsyth, Georgia. Brenda Poole. She's a sweet, sweet lady. She's got such a good heart. Okay, y'all. So that's been cut away. And what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to reach in here. Now, this mold is ready to move. If you're ever doing ceramics and if you have any give on your slip, if it's kind of wobbles around, let it stay in there for a moment and let it cure a little bit more. So we're just going to reach in there and we're going to lift it. Okay, empty out our excess there in the bucket. And there's the front. Isn't that pretty, y'all? So cute. And here you can see on this little fella, on our giveaway, there's just a tiny little pour line there. So it's not bad, which I'm very thankful for, because those are not our friends, y'all. And then what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start at the top. Now, this is the most critical cleaning point for me. I feel this way. I don't know how other ceramists feel. But this little hole here, if you're not careful, you'll break your whole tree. So you have to really, really use a lot of caution when you're making this hole. So I'll be honest with y'all, I don't see the little tool that I normally use, and I don't know where it is. Somebody could have picked it up, which is not unheard of out here. Here it is. Okay, this little guy here. We're just going to use this to work ourselves down in there and just kind of turn it a little and get it going. Create that hole. There we go. And that way, when you put your star in there, it'll go right down through. And when you do this too, y'all, you want to make sure that this opening is big enough for the star to fit down in there. Because once you clean it and make that hole big enough, you also have to realize that when you fire your clay or your bisque, those holes shrink up. I had to learn that the hard way, by the way. So what we're going to do now is I got my hole there, and that's something that I will work on later to make a little bigger, but for now we're good. I'll do that in the cleanup process and I'll show y'all. But you want to make sure that your hole goes all the way through and that there's nothing hindering it from the light going out from the tree up into the star, because that's important. That little star up there, I'll tell you, that's the I always love putting the star on there. That's what they call the finishing touch, isn't it? So I'm going to use this tool to make my holes. I wish I could show you, but I'm going to go around and you'll see them when I turn your way. See them there? And then you clean them up during cleanup. It's a little redundant, but y'all know what I mean. But you just keep going around. Okay. And just make those holes on every branch of your tree. And always being careful to not let your hand slip or poke into the tree itself, like close to the bottom, especially where the bottom branches meet the base of the tree. You don't want to poke into that. You want to just be really careful and be mindful that you need to go straight toward the back and not let that cleaning tool or whatever you decide to use for yours. Like I said, everybody's different. But this to me works out great because the hole is really a great size, and I don't have to work with it that much during the cleaning process to make it fit for the stars. I wish I would have got a star out to show y'all what I mean as far as when you insert the I meant to say bulbs. When you insert the bulbs, they just have a little peg on the end. And I'll tell you what, those pegs have gotten bigger. I noticed on some bulbs that I bought last year that the bottoms of those things were big. I was like, goodness gracious, they used to be a lot thinner. I don't know if it was the manufacturer I bought from or if that's how they're making them now. Everything changes. But you always want to do your best to make the holes the same size, uniform, not too big, not too small. Line them up pretty, because it's going to affect your finished product. Here we go. All right, almost done with this side. Let me get this one little thing. And y'all, I'm all about being honest because that's who I am as a person. But one of my pet peeves out here, and I don't know how other ceramic shops feel, but you see a lot of trees advertised that it's like just like your mom's or your grandmother's. Well, to me, they're just not the same as these little artisan trees. They're just not. And the fact that these are handmade and custom made to order, you know, that's ceramics. You want your customer to have a personal experience, not just a big box store bubble tree, I call them. And it's just me. You know, if I step on any toes, y'all forgive me. Like I said, I'm just being honest. And, you know, if anyone's bought one, enjoy them. But, yeah. And as far as ceramics go, ceramics have been around since recorded history, y'all. Pablo Picasso, the famous artist, had a ceramic studio. You can see it on Pinterest. He was a very wonderful ceramist and created a lot of beautiful work. And he did it for years, as far as I know. And it's a wonderful hobby. I still meet people today, my age and older, younger, some of them that had taken ceramic classes in high school, college, studios, one of my friends is a potter, Jessica Dale, and she, you know, took art in college and teaches pottery. And it's something that I'll be doing this year. I'll take y'all along with me. I'll be working with clay this year for the first time. Jessica said she would show me how to make clay ornaments. So I want to carry those in the shop too. And there's our beauty. It's got the little holes in there. And when this is ready to be cleaned, of course I'm going to number it too. But let me just turn it right here. And I'm just going to put number 1 on here. You always want to, when you put 2023, you always want to keep your base and your tree together in your firing, because once it fires, it fits together like it's supposed to. And there she is. She's so beautiful. I love them. I never get tired of this. Never. I just love what I do. And I love sharing it with other people. And seeing everybody happy. And that's why I like to start the year off doing the giveaway. Because it gets everybody in the Christmas mood. We got all this heat and rain. And I've got all these molds out here.